let's get more psychological than within technical and tactical, because pretty much they are very good players. All they needed was that belief that they would beat KOTOKO. So we did a lot of psychological work, and I think that we paid off. In the game, we saw them play very comfortably. We showed that technically they're very good. Tactically, they understand the game, and they took the game to KOTOKO, and they made them feel like. It is massive for Vision Football Club. I think this is the second time that Vision is playing KOTOKO in a very competitive game, and for Vision to beat KOTOKO 3-1, it's huge news. These are young lads that have come from Division 2. And some have improved levels and stuff. For them to be able to stand up to KOTOKO, be fearless, and play the way they did, I think that it's a good and resounding victory for the club. If you talk about top level, yes, top level football, this will be my biggest win. Because I've played a few international tournaments where I've been able to beat teams like Chelsea, Liverpool, like 6-1, 4-1, that type of thing. But in Ghana, Premier League, this is like the biggest win. For me, it's a fantastic win. I can drop my shoulders, I can relax, I can also get people telling me to move, me say, try to scare you and all of that. But for the boys to be able to go to the battlefield and play the way they play and have that resounding victory, I think that is, I'm very happy as a coach that I've been able to be not just KOTOKO, but any very season. It's a very good and really that I can drop my shoulder and be happy for this. How do you rate yourself? Personally, I'm very demanding of myself. So I will not say that the season has gone well personally, but it has gone well for Vision. Let me say that because Vision is a new club. This is their debut. For them to be able to get to the 11th in the position, I think it's a huge feat that Vision has been able to achieve. I think that we can build on it. We know our weaknesses, we know our strengths. I think we build up on our strengths, but then try to develop our weaknesses. The following season, let's see who can really what we can do. So pretty much there wasn't any pressure in terms of winning the league or being part of the top 4. It was a personal ambition, but management is satisfied so far because I remember my boss calling me 3 days ago and saying that, coach, that's all I wanted you to do. I wanted you to do the league while you're here. I don't care what happens against KOTOKO. Go there, free minded, go and play a game, and that's exactly what I was about to do. So I'll go to them for the second time. Now, in the game, I think that the whole week, all we've been trying to do is work on overloads, especially in the middle of the field. We know that KOTOKO has very good midfield. When you put the ball down, they're able to play, break your lines and all that. So every time we start playing, the idea was to play a box system in the middle, but we do it with movement. So we set up in a 4-3-3, but then depending on where the ball goes. So for example, when the ball goes to the left back, then the right winger would have to drop into the middle of the field so that we can have the box, and then you take against their 3 that in the middle. So we had 4 people. So it was very easy breaking their lines, especially in the first 20 minutes. We broke their lines, we got into their final third a lot of times. We realized that in the first half, I think we had 2 shots. The first one, goalkeeper saved, second one was the defense, and that went into goal. But if you look at the overall play, our boys dictated play, the movement to go, when to relax, when to be back into the middle of the field and go wide, and we did it perfectly. So you realize that Santa, who was on the right side, was getting space more on the right side because the winger would pull the fullback in, open that area, and every time someone gets the ball, you miss that. It was a cue for Santa to go forward. We did that. Unfortunately, we didn't get the goal. Went back into the dressing room. We showed them KOTOKO their strength, especially when they're building up. When they're building up, we go to the left. We get the number 8 dropping down for the ball. And usually, our midfielder was not following him, so he had a free. He was winning, he was training, he was playing. All we wanted to do was let KOTOKO play in their own half, force them to go back. So we realized that in the second half, the energy they brought into the game was different. I also told them about the age difference in terms of us and them. KOTOKO has their aging, so they can't run. When they run a bit, 15 minutes, 60 minutes, they get tired. They try to pull the game a bit. We were not supposed to go down the game. We were supposed to press them, force them to take the ball back, and once we win the ball, we take the ball to the wide, bring it in. And because when you cross the ball up, they are able, because they have tall goalkeepers, tall center backs, put the ball on the ground, and realize that the ball goes from there. So I think my boys did really well. That was the only tactical plan that we got.
And then with your fools, what advice would you have to some of these young players?
I will tell you for sure, the best players here are mentioned are not going anywhere. Sanja is not going anywhere, Aditi is not going anywhere, everyone is not going anywhere. I can tell you for sure, the best players are not going anywhere. They are seeing the big assets for the national team, so they're going to stay. Now, in terms of Ghana Premier League, I did say that we can improve on our tactical play. I said this before, we can improve on our tactical play. If I ask any of the journalists to tell me, man, the game plan for most of these Ghana Premier League, you will not be able to tell me. But if I ask you to tell me how Chelsea plays, they have a culture. Real Madrid has a culture. Barca has a culture. Most of these teams, they have culture. So we sit here and we enjoy the way they play. That's exactly what I want to see in the Ghana Premier League. If somebody is able to build a certain system, use the system, it's up to us, the rest of the coaches, to sit back, look at what they're doing, see how we can counter it. I think that it brings that competition. So that you see that Yola bringing in a certain game plan. Everybody wants to learn, everybody wants to do the same thing. Immediately you counter it, you tweak something a little, it keeps winning. The same thing I think that we should be able to do. Every club in Ghana should build a certain culture. Where even if you're with one type of team, there has to be that culture where at the end of one, somebody wins the first ball, somebody is playing the second ball, there's a run from the wide area. Whether it's the tiki-taka type of play, whatever they want to do, but build the culture and let that culture be clear enough so that we'll be able to. I think that Ghana football can improve on a lot of things that once we have more time, I think we'll be able to. We thank them, we bless them, we hope that next season we see them and keep supporting us.